Namaste everyone. So today we will talk about the next lecture, the definitions. Okay, so as you know that we are following this book Parichay Vedic Bhautiki written by Vishal R. Okay, so this is the course outlines. So there are 19 chapters in this book, and we will cover each chapter in one day lecture. Okay. So the chapter one is about definitions. We will talk about the classification of sounds and various other terminology which will be used in this course. The chapter two is why is it necessary to know about the creation. Chapter three is the early stage of the universe. Chapter four is what is time, and chapter 5 is preliminary stages of the origin of cosmos. So chapter 6 is about Rasmis and their properties, and chapter 7 is a classification of Chandrasmis. So these 7 chapters are fundamental, and they are linked to each other. Means we have to study this chapter in this sequence: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. After that, the chapter 8 Akash and chapter 9 various type of forces and or other chapters we can study in any order. Okay, like chapter 10 is like gravitational force, and chapter 11 is about the property feature of charge, and chapter 12 is about the process of generation of wave particle and elementary particles. Chapter 13 is different forms of energy. And in chapter 14, we will talk about dark matter and dark energy. In chapter 15, we will talk about mass and its region, means the discovery of Higgs boson and how the particle get mass. And in chapter 16, we will talk about the working principle of emission and absorption of photons. And again, in chapter 7, we will talk about in astronomy, means formation of stars. And in chapter 18, we will talk about electromagnetic rays. So this is the building block of electrical and electronics engineering. And finally, in chapter 19, we will talk about Mahapralaya. So today we will talk about the chapter 1, the definitions. And myself is Dr. Sandeep Kumar Singh, and I am the professor of physics and mathematics at J.K. Lakshmipati University, Jaipur. Okay, so we will start. What is the Vedic physics? So some people think that okay, it is like physics, so it may be some extension of physics. Eh, we will again do some physics, but it is not true. This is not the only extension of only physics. Actually, what is Vedic physics is, if we go in this Hindi meaning Vedic Bhautiki. In Bhautiki, we will just we do some sandhi, and then is Bhut. So this science or knowledge is knowledge created or generated from the past. So past we say in Hindi Bhut, of from the creation of universe. From that time, what was the science and knowledge generated? We say that is Vedic Bhautiki or Srishti Vigyan. We can also say cosmology. So in this Srishti Vigyan or cosmology, every branch of science involved, like physics, chemistry, biology, astronomy, and all the engineering subjects like civil, mechanical, electrical, eh, and geology, geography, and any other science like sociology, economics. All this knowledge created after the creation of this universe. Okay, so this is Srishti Vigyan. And what others? What is Adhyatmic or spirituality? that is consciousness and Prakriti. Why? Because they are eternal. So consciousness and Prakriti are eternal. They cannot be created nor destroyed. That is the meaning of eternal. So this is the question: are they also need for complete description of Vedic physics? So we say yes. So to have a better understanding of Vedic physics, we also need a complete knowledge of consciousness, which is Brahm, Parampita, Parameshwar, and Prakriti, which is the uh, from where all the material science originate. Prakriti. So the next terminology comes, what is the Vedic Rasmi theory, which is developed by Acharya Agnivrata ji, a Vedic theory of universe. So Vedic Rasmi theory is that part of physics which deals with study of properties, process, and formation of elementary particle, quantas like photon, and space from various type of chandrasmi or vibrations. So as we talked about in our first lecture, Tesla told that if you want to study the universe, you have to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibrations. So we consider these vibrations as a fundamental, and then from there, how this elementary particle like electron, quark are made, and quantas, and how this space is made from these vibrations. Additionally, with this theory, the process of formation of stars from the origin of the universe can also be explained in details. So the elementary particle, quanta, and space are the microscopic or subtle energy form. But we can also explain how this stars formation from this theory. So this theory is like a universal theory for everything, and it explains every phenomena from the microscopic to the macroscopic. And the foundation of this theory lies in the Aitreya Brahma text of Rig Veda, which after more than 7,000 years has been interpreted by Acharya Agnivrata Naistik ji with a rigorous hard work and established in his book Ved Vigyanalok. So next is, what is Rasmi then? So according to Maharshi Yask, any subtly Sukshma vibration that generate and control a comparatively macro vibration is called as Rasmi. So what is the subtlest, सबसे सूक्ष्म जो vibrations है, and the subtlest Rasmi is the Om Rasmi, Para Om Rasmi, which disturb the equilibrium of the Prakriti. And this is the Hindi definition. सूक्ष्म कंपन जो अपने से स्थूल कंपन को उत्पन्न व नियंत्रित करता है, रश्मि कहलाता है, और संपूर्ण ब्रह्मांड इन्हीं रश्मियों से बना व नियंत्रित है. The whole universe is made of from these vibrations and controlled by these vibrations. Okay. Now we will talk about the classification of sound. So there are 4 types of sound. The first is Vakhri. So when you talk to somebody and then from your mouth sound is traveling from the medium in the air as a compression, a rarefaction, and reaching to the listener ear. So this type of sound which travel in the air we called Bakhri. After second is Madhyama, from ear, and the form sound created after the eardrum is madhyama. It is the sound that travel between ear and your brain. The medium of this sound is akas or space. From brain, the third type of sound created, that is pasyanti. So pasyanti sound travel from your brain to your manas tattva. And the manas tattva catch what is the form of that science in the varna or alphabet. For example, I told to you hello, Sandeep, like that, Sandeep. So this is will travel from Sandeep, how are you? So this will travel in the air and it will reach to your ear, and then it will convert into electrical signal from your ear to your brain, and then in Pasanti form, in this alphabetical hello, Sandeep, and then in the para form, it will reach to your Atma, and then your Atma will understand what it really means. So it will understand the feeling and the meaning of that sound. Okay, you want to say hello to me, then how I will respond. And the reverse also happens. So when you are speaking first, then from your Atma, okay, he told, okay, to hello Sandeep, and I said hello, I am fine. And from this thought he created in Atma, and then this it will generate the alphabet. Hello, I am fine. So this is alphabet. I am fine. So it will reach in the Pasyanti form to your Manastat, and from your Manastat, it will in electrical signal, it will come to your throat in the vocal cord, and the vocal cord it will convert into the bakery sound to the from your mouth to the other person ear. Which will the bakery will travel then as a compression and rarefaction in various medium. Okay. So the other terminology is like walk. So walk. It is the first vibration or fluctuation that originated in the fundamental cause of the creation by conscious entity. So we have already defined it as a para. So when the universe in the beginning, we will talk in the next chapter. In the beginning, there was only one material like Prakriti, and when the consciousness or Brahm wanted to make this universe, then he created the first vibration that we called Para Om. So that thing we also called Vak Tat. Vak. The other thing is like Nimitta Karan. So the one which can create and whose absence sees the creation, means the conscious entity behind any work or activity is the primary Nimitta Karan. So this is the conscious entity, Chetan Tat, who want to do any work. For example, the Ishwar is a conscious quantity who want to create this universe. So he is the Nimitta Karan. Also in designing the gold ornaments, the goldsmith is the primary Nimitta Karan, while the tools and he is taking help of tools and customers are the secondary Nimitta Karan. What is the Upadan Karan? The resources or the material used in creation is the Upadan Karan. For example, in designing gold ornaments, gold, silver, etc. are the Upadan Karan. Or in the creation of this universe, Prakriti is the Upadan Karan. The next term comes Vidya or knowledge. So what is the Vidya? The actual meaning, Vidya is that which helps us to identify a material as it and accordingly use it for the benefit of all to make everyone happy. So we talk in Hindi like Yatharth Vigyan. What is the real structure of that material? So to know that property or that material as it is called the Vidya or knowledge. And what is the Vigyan? Science. It is to wisely use the Gyan, knowledge, karma and upasana to learn about supreme conscious entity to the material of the Prakriti and using them judicially. Judicially. It is evident from above that any knowledge that is harmful to anyone in short or long term cannot be termed as Vidya or Vigyan. So we, for example, we discovered plastic and in the beginning, or it was very useful. Okay, and now it seems that it is the main reason for pollution, and entire world is in the trouble. It is creating climate change, a lot of pollution, earth pollution, water pollution. So this is not the science. If it is harmful in the long term, but modern scientists will think, okay, we created polythene, but this is from the science. But from Vedic perspective, anything which is harmful to anyone, either this is animals, Mother Earth, or humans, that is not the science. Okay, namaste. Thank you very much.